सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरप्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भव एव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अथर्वऋषे नमः, मण्डुकमहर्षे नमः, गौडपादाचार्यमहर्षे नमः, आद्यशङ्करमहर्षे नमः, अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। अथ अथर्ववेदान्तर्गतमाण्डुक्योपनिषद शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं सस्तनोभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ चतुर्थप्रकरणम् अलातशान्तिप्रकरणम्। ॐ विपर्यानास्त्यसद्धेतुकमसत् सदसद्धेतुकं तथा सच्च सद्धेतुकं नास्ति सद्धेतुकमसत् कुतः। विपर्यासाद् यथा जाग्रद अचिन्त्यान् भूतवत् स्पृशेतु तथा स्वप्ने विपर्यासाद् धर्मांस्तत्रैव पश्यते। उपलम्भात् समाचारात् अस्ति वस्तुत्ववादिनां जातिस्तु देशिता बुद्धैः अजाते स्त्रसतां सदा अजाते स्त्रसतां तेषाम् उपलम्भात् वियन्ति ये जातिदोषा न सेत्स्यन्ति दोषोऽप्यल्पो भविष्यति। उपलम्भात् समाचारात् माया हस्ति यथोच्यते उपलम्भात् समाचारात् अस्ति वस्तु तथोच्यते। Hari Om. Having saluted all gurus, mainly Bhagavan Shankara, Gaudapadacharya, Manduka Rishi, Atharva Rishi, and our Puja Gurudev and all gurus who are guiding us. We are into Mandukya Upanishad, ALAATHA Shanti Prakaranam. And mainly in this Prakaranam, the Karikakara is pouring out his heart, which is final. And what is that? Is about the Ajatavada. Now, this Ajatavada miraculously has such a tremendous amount of power to wipe out all problems without any effort. The effectiveness which is there when we are convinced about Ajata is not there in any sadhana given by any Rishi, Muni or Guru, any Shastra, including Lord. How is it so? How is it so means what? Entire bondage and struggle to get liberated through very difficult all sadhanas are valid only in the relative world of multiplicity. Is it not? Then when through logic one discovers or understands or gets convinced about world itself is not born, then where is the bondage? Then where is the struggle to get liberated? Where are all the difficulties of sadhanas? All wiped off. Not only that, individually also the biggest obstacle called as in my own ego, my own mind, all of them will stop troubling me, will get receded, get zero-fied, dissolved and destroyed when I enhance or strengthen my conviction about Ajata. It's one solution for all problems, but then it is very carefully to be utilized. It cannot be used for escapism from the world and all without truly believing in that. Like I don't truly believe in honesty, but I'll play honesty role only to gain something. Then it's a self-cheating, is it not? In the same way, not in a cheating manner, but true sense may, when I really get convinced of Ajat, all problems with the basic root they go away. That is by the uniqueness of this topic. Nowhere else you will see such a powerful solution. Your ego with all its fancies, ego with all its blind attachments, with all its claimings, projection, everything gets zeroed. Entire world in front of us gets nullified in a moment when we discover Brahma, unchangeable, unmodifiable, undeniable. He is as it is always. There is no thing in him. Finish. All problems ended. That's why he is struggling here through all possible logics to prove to us the Jata. First, he tells there is no dream, exactly like the dream is waking, therefore, there is waking not there. You and I are at the level of experiencing them, therefore, we are not able to deny them. He is at the level of Brahma Anubhuti, where there is no Jati at all, creation at all. So he is trying to tell us that. What should happen while studying the Shastra, this particular Shastra, this particular Karikas, especially it started from Advaita Prakarana itself, wherein slowly we are lifting our understanding from the reality given to the world, etc., to the Mithyatva, from the Mithya to the unreal, and what is real is He alone. Such a beautiful logic is keeping on giving us. We have to pause at every logic level and go deep in understanding. Then it clicks to us as it is clicking to our great Guru Gaudapada Ji. He actually to hai Brahma hi. It's only mud is there. Where are the pots created? Where are the gamla created? Where are the lamps created? Where are the other mud utensils are created? There's no Srushti only. That alone is there. That's it. Other than it, there is no Maya, there is no Ishwaratva, there is no Mahattatva, there is no Hiranyagarbha, there is Virat Rup नहीं है, जो जीव नहीं है, उनके शरीर नहीं है, देहाद नहीं है, संस्कार नहीं है, उनका बंधन नहीं है, उसका मोक्ष नहीं. That's what न निरोधो न चोत्पत्ति और न कश्चित् जायते जीवः संभवोऽस्य न विद्यते एतत् तदुत्तमं सत्यं यत्र किञ्चित् न जायते. That was the last sloka of the earlier Advaita Prakaranam. Slowly we'll embark. And you and I don't know why we are given this knowledge, which is so sublime. Hope we don't misuse it to escape our duty. Hope it sorts out all our problems, which we are otherwise not able to solve. Them. कभी कोई चीज से काम नहीं होता है ना उसको ये तो जला देते हैं उसको हम. In the same way, it looks like we are so ineffective in our small little sadhana. Bhagavan is saying you'd learn ajatvad, let us say it may remove wholesale everything. All problems and ajatavada. No wife, no children, no trouble, nothing. Okay? Clear ho gaya na? From the root it is gone. Bulldozing only everything. Not taking out one by one. That effect is there in that if we are conscious. So in confronting the confrontable ego and samasyas, this is the highest philosophy. Discuss about ajatavada. Say that nothing gone everything. All things, the sarvadharman parityaja happen in that. Dehamane galite will happen in that. Then pratibodha viditam will happen in that. All the mantras which are spoken are included in this anubhava. In other philosophies or Vedanta, Shastra, Upanishad, we are told to do dhyanam, Paramatma, unke lakshan batakar. Once you reach him, then from his standpoint there is no world, they say. यहाँ उल्टा है, पहले वर्ल्ड नहीं है कह रहे हैं, देन क्या है फिर ब्रह्म है बस. Entire discussion, you see, the whole text is for Brahma Vidya, but more than Stapana of the Brahma Tattva, Ajata is spoken. Because when the Ajata is understood, then what is there if what is not there? That which was there, always, that alone is there. This is how this topic. And as I am telling you million times, this text has to be said at least minimum 10 times to enter into the heart of Karikakar and Bhashyakar and even Manduka Rishi. We must commit for that. Tabhi hoga. And once the thought clicks to us, the entire whole idea is understood, then it's only the sadhana aspect which remains. By the understanding itself, any problems go away. Yeah. Now, in this third prakaranam, we were seeing about कि 41 श्लोका व्यासा विपर्यास के कारण स्वप्न का चीज स्वप्न नहीं है, इसलिए जागृत में भी केवल विपर्यास है, अविवेक ओनली. Then we saw in the three reasons because of which even Advaitavadins also here and there sometimes accepted jati. This was said in the earlier chapter as Mrulloha Vispullang Lingadyehi Srushtirya Choditanyatha Upaya Sovataraya Nasti Bhedaha Katanchana. That mantra came. Mrulloha Vispulinga, Bruttu Loha Vispulinga. Examples came in the Shastra. Where it said from the Mrud, the pots came, from the Loha, the all the metals came, materials, then Vispuling, from Agni, the Vispulingas came. So this, when it was spoken, then the Karana, Karya was spoken there. That means the Jagat is Karya, there is a Karana, therefore Jagat is real. No, वो तो उपाय है परमात्मा का ज्ञान देने के लिए जो वहां कहा, यहाँ भी वही कह रहे हैं कि the Advaita Jnana is just to help support here and there they accepted Dvaita on the basis of these reports given by the Dvaitin. What are the three things? So, Upalambhat, Samacharat, then most important is Ajate Trasatam. We are afraid of the Ajata Janma Brahma because how much ever the birth is definitely leading to death and in between it giving misery, still there is a notion in us that we want to be born every moment. The desire to be born every moment is called samsara. That's called bhava. I want to become happy. I want to become richer. It's all birth only. I want to become the owner. I have to become the minister. दिस जो बार बार हम कुछ बनना चाहते हैं ना, दैट इज कॉल्ड बॉन्डे. वो आदत हो गया हमारा. एंड नथिंग टू बिकम यू जस्ट टू बी. देयर इज अ फियर इन दैट. दैट्स व्हाई अजाते है त्रसता. दे हैव द त्रास, द फियर ऑफ लूजिंग देयर ओन इंडिविजुअलिटी. For them and also those say Upalambat, how conspicuously I am experiencing it. Samacharat, things are happening systematically. So for the sake of explaining to them, हाँ कार्य कारण मीमांसा से जाति accept किया, but not paramarthata. Paramarthata is Parabrahma only. In him there is no jati. So that's what is the shloka here. Upalambat, Samacharat, इन दोनों कारणों से अस्ति वस्तुत्ववादिनाम, those who say there is a world which is created, to them jati studeshita, the creation is accepted. Buddhaihi, by the Advaitins only, ajate trasatam, because they are afraid of the ajativada. Now the next shloka we saw, ajate strasatam tesham upalambhat viyantiye jati dosha na setsyante dosho pyalpo bhavishyati. Remember, whether it's in devotion or knowledge, you are somehow, even it is a vagueness, are having astikata, are having the belief, faith in the presence of the Lord. If that is strongly there, please somehow, then all mistakes that are done while studying the theory, they all will not last longer. They'll slowly get adjusted. So here what he says, ajatehe trasatam. Those are afraid of the Advaita Brahma. Because it is such a most surprisingly frightening thing. Many people in their highest meditation have gone to that. Suddenly when they found everything empty, शून्य, डर कर वापस आ गए बहुत सारे. In the first instance, then again the Guru pushed them, then slowly they got habituated to that experience of I alone am, nothing is born in me. Because we are habituated to the multiplicity. We are habituated to the manyness. We find secure, comforted in that only. But when that zone is entered, where is no thing other than me, in the beginning, first instance, it's frightening only. घर में अकेले भी होते हैं तो डर लगता है, बट धीरे धीरे आदत होता है, अरे यही अच्छा है, मजा आता है. Everyone will have to go to get through those shocking, frightening experiences when it is given first time. Even intellectually, theoretically also to listen. How can there be Swami, one without second Brahman, Nirgun Nirakar? क्या हो जाए उसमें? Such a world is there with all wonderful, colorful flowers and rainbows and birds chirping and flying. इतना मजेदार दुनिया को छोड़कर कौन जाएगा डल मोनोटोनस वन विदाउट सेकंड नाम रूप नाम रहिता रूप रहिता गुण रहिता जाति रहिता, वो तो फीका फीका रहेगा. That's what many of us think. Because we have notion of there is joy in this. We don't know that all these are actually unreal. Real is that from that only it is coming, and that is more blissful than this. These things, when we are not convinced, हमको ऐसा लगता है. Like when you are regularly coming to class, then you are understanding the taste of the knowledge. 2 years it took minimum for all of us. Some of us even still have not yet come into that level. 1 or 2 have come, finding the taste in the jnanam. Tattva jnanam, and to reach to tattva jnanam, the jnanam regarding the mithyatva of the jagatu. Now, those who never have this taste, they find it boring. Now, for us, through Shastra Adhyanam, knowing Tattva alone has become goal. Earlier, it was frightening. We were feeling as if we are misplaced or wrongly placed. कहाँ गए, कहाँ फंस गए? In the same way, there are people who are trasatam of ajat. Even big Advaita speaking people only, finally they want to catch on to Ishta Devata, the Shastra and the Guru. और हमारे साथ वाला साथी साधका इतना चाहिए. दे ऑल्सो आर त्रास, भय में रहते हैं वो लोग. बिकॉज इट्स अ बिगेस्ट चैलेंज वेयर वी हैव टू ड्रॉप आवर ओन ईगो इंडिविजुअलिटी. क्योंकि अजाति मतलब मैं नामक इंडिविजुअल का भी जन्म नहीं हुआ. देन मैं कौन हूं? दैट इज द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. दैट्स व्हाट यू आर, दैट प्योर कॉन्शियस ब्लिसफुल एग्जिस्टेंस. दैट्स इट. इन हुज प्रेजेंट द वर्ल्ड इज क्रिएटेड. सब भी नहीं है. ये सब जो वर्ल्ड देख रहा है उसको बताने के लिए बताया जा रहा है. अदरवाइज इट इज अजात स्थिति. So ajate trasatam, those that are having fear of entering into the final acceptance of nothing is born. Neither Jagat nor neither Ishvara is born, nor from Jagat is born, nor Jivas are born, nor in the Jagat for the protection of Jivas, the Ishvara is born as Avatara. वो अवतार को भी एक्सेप्ट नहीं करे. इसलिए कल देखा हमने इंग्लिश में कि इवन देवतास आल्सो पुट द विघ्न बिकॉज दे आर वियंत. हमको छोड़कर जा रहे हैं आगे करके ब्राह्मण सन्यासी को. Relate that and this, you will understand. So ajatehe trasatam. Then tesham upalambhat samacharat ye ajativadas viyanti vadatah. Because of the fear and because of upalamba and samachara, those are going away from the jativada and accepting jati. Jati doshan asetsyanti. The doshas which are there because of jati acceptance, so they won't touch him much because they are on the right path. And whatever dosha, even if it is little there, alpaha bhavish. That's why when you hold on to God in the devotional margam, all the kama krodadi are dosha won't be lasting for long time. Otherwise, this is an insult to the grace of the Lord, power of the grace of the Lord. So our worry should not be to come out kama krodadi, though it is very essential. Our concern should be how firmly we are holding on to feet of the Lord. उसको आप दृढ़ बनाते जाओ, ऑब्वियसली अपने आप हो जाता है. ये दोष ज्यादा काल नहीं रहते हैं. इनमें ensure you are in the Advaita Ajata Marga while traveling in that whatever doshas are there when you accept Dvaita and Jati, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? He says दोषोपि अल्पः भविष्यति. That is the power of the Ajata Brahma Vastu. It will bless that seeker. So therefore be on the path. I'm not rigid, I'm not adamant, I'm not very egoistically strong to ruthlessly reject you, saying that Advaita Brahma alone is real, Ajata alone is real, Jativad, मैं तुम सबको फेंक दूंगा, तुम्हारा मेरा कोई. No. Why he has to say? Because he also gone through when he was in the Jativada. Jati is not true Janma, but at least for the sake of sadhana, the Dvaita is accepted. मिथ्या को एक्सेप्ट करना. मैं खुद भी किया था, वहां से इसमें आने में कितना कठिनाई थी मुझे भी पता है. इन द टोन कारिका is saying everybody will have to go through that, and that dosha won't last long. Every of the dosha, if you are Bhagavad Bhakta, Guru Bhakta and साधना करने की इच्छा है, परमात्मा को पाने की इच्छा है, चार चीजें है ना, all dosha start going away from our life. इडली डोसा गोद चला जाएगा अपने जीवन से, पूरी आ जाएगा. इडली मीन्स सिटिंग आइडली, IDLY. डोसा, ऑल दोषास गो अवे. पूरी मीन्स द पूर्णता विल कम टू अस. पूरा हुआ, पूर्णता. No. doshopi alpaha bhavishyati. So we have seen this one. Now next comes ki upalamba samacharayoho vyabhicharat कथम व्यभिचार है इति उच्यते. सो उपलम्ब एंड समाचार को आप रीजन के रूप में ले रहे हो. Therefore they are there as pramana for the acceptance of dvaita. Therefore dvaita you are accepting, oh my dear Advaitin. No, ये उपलम्ब और समाचार दोनों व्यभिचारात मीन्स sometime they are there, sometime व्यभिचार मीन्स कभी रहना कभी नहीं रहना. Because of their instability, they cannot be the pramana. That we accepted, we already told. For those who are at the lower level, not the highest. थोड़ा मौका दिया आपको, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि पूरा एक्सेप्ट किया. ना. So what are those qualities? Because of we say कि उपलम्बात समाचारात माया हस्ति यथोच्यते, उपलम्बात समाचारात हस्ति वस्तु तथोच्यते. This is very crucial, very sublime thing. It won't click easily, I know it, and still we'll explain. In a example of a jadugar making a maya hasti, in that maya hasti there is upalambanam is there, means that elephant is seen, samachara is there, all prakriyas that elephant in general, if it is alive or real, has to be there, does all that elephant does, maya hasti. So that is that maya hasti there just because you are seeing upalamba and samachara? Listen, in a movie, an elephant is grazing grass or ganna. You can see, no? Upalamba hai waha. The elephant is seen, ganna is seen. Ganna means sugar cane. And samachara is there. The elephant slowly moved there, and with its trunk it pulled it and it ate that grass or whatever, the sugar cane. Upalamba hai, samachara hai. But on that screen, because of upalamba and is the elephant there? So what is he is conveying is, even there is upalambata is there, perception of the object, samachara is there, a systematic working, that doesn't become an authority to accept the presence of the thing. We gave the example of movie elephant, he gave the example of Mayavi elephant. Just because that Mayavi has shown upalamba, then elephant, samachara and dance of the elephant, is that elephant really there? नहीं है. So to the movie bala. Having given that example, in the same way, Upalambat Samachara Asti Vastu Tada Uchyate. In the same way, the Vastu Asti, Dvaitam Asti also is because of Upalamba and Samachara. Now, like you can't say the Hati is there, same way you can't say the Dvaita Jagat is created. This is the biggest riddle which is impossible to solve. That you are experiencing it, still you deny it that it is not there, saying that it's not there. That is a very powerful logic. You are going through it and yet see that it is not there. Like because of electricity, the light glows. जितने बार ऑन करो स्विच उतने बार बल्ब जल रहा है, ऑफ करो तो जा रहा है. See, with this 100 times you try, 100 times it is proved. Electricity is there, it's a bulb जल रहा है. Electricity बंद किया तो bulb नहीं जल रहा. Yet in the electricity there are no bulbs. Nasti only. Having experiencing bulb glowing with electricity, yet ability to say that in the electricity there are no bulbs at all, no fans at all. It's a fact. Having seen so many pots, etc., still saying that there's no pot in the mud. If you can reach to that higher level, then we are understanding Ajatavada. So, Upalamba Samacharat, Maya Asti Yatha Uchyate. Upalamba Samacharat Asti Vastu iti Uchyate. Vastu, Asti Vastu Tata Uchyate. Now the Bhashyam, very fast we'll say, Upalabhyatehi Maya Hasti. Hasti Iva. Exactly like Hasti, only it looks like. Hastinam Iva Atra Samacharanti. And that acts also like the elephant only. Then Hastinam Iva Atra Samacharanti means that Mayavi like the elephant को जो ट्रीट करते हैं कि उसको रस्सी से बांधना, उसको कुछ खिलाना, उसको नहलाना, उसको थोड़ा धक्का देना, उसको लिटाना, all these things he does it as if it is done to the real elephant only. माया हस्ती के लिए. That is the meaning of समाचरंती. A जादूगर shows an elephant. Perception हो गया. On that he does all actions as if they are done to the original elephant. That's called समाचार. समाचारम. So समाचरंती. बंधना आरोहण आदि हस्ति संबंधी धर्मैहि. What are the samacharanti done on the mithya elephant, maya elephant? Bandhanam. It is tied to a big tree or anything. And arohana means one climbs onto that. He does the savari of it also as if. No, these are good examples are our modern all movies. So much of it is all dupes only they do, and also sometimes it is not happening, but it is projected like that. Like a hero jumping from this cliff or mountain to that one, or this building to that building. That is shown as if he is jumping, but if you go into all details of techniques, he cannot jump. हिम्मत ही नहीं होगा. But is it not seen by us as if? So उपलम्ब है वहाँ समाचार है, but अस्ति क्या वस्तु नास्ति only. Today's modern world's happenings are the best examples for understand what Vedanta says. Pakka. You can show one thing and show the Advaita Vedanta. Just show the Prithvi and say, from one Prithvi, how variety of plants are coming. In the same way, one Parabrahma, variety world has come. Then, from the Prithvi, has the plant really come? No, it is modified only. Therefore, the world has not come from the Lord. It is only modified only. Is this really modification? No. Prithvi only appearing like that. There were not even Paramatma's modification of this. Paramatma's modification, not Jagat, is only appearance. Go to the Dharma Darshanam, Bhuta Darshanam, sorry. Go into the Bhuta Darshanam of the plants which have come from the Prithvi. You will see in that the Prithvi only, therefore, did the plant really come out? No. So, to go into the Bhuta Darshanam of anything in the world, you will reach to the Tattva only. In the Tattva, nothing is born. Like that, any example of the world you can take and teach Vedanta. आजकल का any modern technology जो भी science है. Now, come to this point कि बंधन आरोहणादि हस्तिनम अस्ति संबंधी धर्महि हस्ति इति च उच्यते असन अपि though it is not there yet it is called as hasti and all the samachara is done to that. It is decorated, it is given food, it is made to dance, it is made to move, and it is made to use its trunk to bless people in all Kerala temples. There is one hathi mere sathi. You go and give 10 rupees, that fellow takes that and gives them out, and with his trunk to he blesses. You give 1 rupee, he will give one. He knows difference. In the Maya Asti also, all that he gets it done. Okay, first that understand that. Asanapi yatha tatha eva upalambat samacharat. Because of the upalambana samachara, dvaitam bheda rupam asti vastu iti uchyate. Because of the upalambanam and samacharam only, the vastu hai karke keh rahe. In the few slokas next we will show the upalambanam samacharam also unreal. Then Vaita is not there. That is ALAATHA Shanti actually. Here onwards, slowly the ALAATHA is explained to us. A very beautiful topic it is, ultimate. Nowhere in any Shastras such a final point in a finer manner explained. For that the base is happening slowly. So हाथी का नाम लिया, हाथी पे चढ़े, ये देखकर मायावी का हाथी को हाथी है करके देखने वाले बोल रहे. Same way, because of Upalamba and Samachara, there is Astitva adopted to the world or given to the world. Actually, it is not there. In other words, if the Upalambanam and Samacharanam is dropped, still the Vastu should exist, but it will not be there. Parabrahma alone will be there. Now, Tatha eva Upalambat Samacharat Dvaitam Veda Rupam Asti Vastu iti Uchyate. Tasmat, therefore, na Upalamba Samacharau. तस्मात् न उपलम्ब समाचारौ द्वैत वस्तु सद्भावे हेतु भवतः इति अभिप्राय. They cannot be the hetu to prove the presence of dvaita vastu. What are they? Upalamba and samachara. Like in a jadoo, are you seeing the elephant? Yeah. Are you seeing the movement of elephant? Yeah. तो upalamba samachara है क्या है? Because of these two, you are saying elephant is there. Not really. Not really. There's no elephant really. But then the Upalambanam and Samacharam is making you accept that elephant is there. In the same way, the Upalambanam and Samacharam of the Jagat, be attentive, is making the world real or appear. Actually, world is not there. Like in that example of the Jadugar, actual elephant is not there. See, there is an elephant, it is moving. Then, seeing the movement, you accept the presence of elephant. This is a rule. Here also, there is an elephant, it is moving. Therefore, you are accepting the presence of elephant. But really, elephant not there. Because Maya asti hai wo. In general, when the elephant moves, you accept its presence. Here also, because it is moving, you are accepting its presence. But it is not there. Therefore, the movement of the elephant, the name of the elephant, need not be authority for the elephant to exist there. That is called logic. वो यहाँ कह रहे हैं उपलम्ब समाचार से माया हस्ती जो है ही नहीं है कह रहे हैं बट है क्या दैट इज द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन यू हैव टू आस्क इन रियलिटी इट इज नॉट देयर therefore because of upalamba and samachara can we say that these two are authority for the elephant to exist proved no it is not so to the vastu is vastavik jagat world also upalamba samachara matra it doesn't fulfill the required condition to accept the jati of the world created just like the elephant उपलम हो रहा है समाचार हो रहा है तुम कह सकते हो कि हाथी है लेकिन नहीं है उधर मिथ्या हाथी का इसलिए एग्जाम्पल लिया माया हाथी का सेम विद एंटायर वर्ल्ड यू मे बी एक्सपीरियंसिंग इट यू मे बी लुकिंग एट इट येट इट इज नॉट रियल that's what is a depth of inquiry in this we are straight away going into that which is giving satta to this world when you enter into that no in that satta में उसके अलावा कोई जगत का आने का चांस ही नहीं है ठिकाना ही नहीं है but he alone is whatever you call as Jagat is all permeating without himself changing. Like without changing, the water itself is permeating the entire wave where we call it as wave. Actually, there is nothing called as wave. Whether wave is never born, wave is never moved, wave is never died. In the Adi Madhyanta, there is only water only. This is called logical understanding. I am seeing wave, but don't believe the vision of the eye. But everybody says, is it wave? They are all fools. Call all of them and you. I'll ask you, where is the water in the wave? You have to see everywhere. I said, give me my water and take your wave. Will you take it? No. If there are two, water and wave, then you should take wave and give me water, no? So this is the Vedanta starts. There is no wave other than water. Then the water is everywhere in the wave. Then water is never modifiable. Therefore, it can never become the wave. Therefore, wave never became. But I am saying, you are seeing the charma chakshu. What I gave is logic. See, logic gives a subtle understanding, which is beyond the vision of the eye. And always Vedantic logic is used only to disprove the Dvaita Jagata, not to establish Brahma. Brahma is Naisa Tarkena Madhirapanaya. It doesn't need logic. It is so. With all logic also you disprove him like you disprove the Jagat, still the Paramatma remains. Naisa Tarkena Madhirapanaya. Proktanyena Sujnanaya Preshta. Like Jagat cannot be proved on logic, so to Paramatma cannot be denied on logic. Why? Jagat is with all logic, it is Asat. Paramatma with all no need of logic, yet it is ultimate Sat. That is why it is Sat. जो लॉजिक की भी जरूरत नहीं है उसको परमात्मा कहते हैं लॉजिक यूज करो रहता ही नहीं उसी को माया जगत कहते हैं सो तस्मात् न उपलम्ब समाचारो द्वैत वस्तु सद्भावे हेतु भवति इति अभिप्रायः Therefore, for the Dvaita Vastu to exist, the Upalamba Samachara need not be sufficient cause. Why? For the elephant to exist, the Upalamba Samachara was not sufficient. Means Upalamba Samachara में माया अस्ति दिख रहा है, but actually हाथी नहीं है उधर. That's called reverse logic. Example is what? Wherever the elephant is there, that is seen. That elephant is alive, therefore it does samachara. Therefore, wherever there is samachara, there must be an elephanto. Wherever there is elephant's form, there must be elephanto. This is how we proceed. It is in general. But in Maya Asti, the second thing called as Upalamba and Samachara are there. But the first thing that there should be an elephant is not there. Therefore, for the absence of elephant or presence of elephant, this Upalamba Samachara need not be the cause. Matlab, just because Upalamba and Samachara is happening, you can't accept the elephant is staying there. So too, just because you are experiencing the world, you can't say that it is there. Seeing need not be the proof. That's what he says. Experiencing the world is not logical conclusion to arrive at the presence of the Dvaita Jagat. You may experience till it is not there. And that's what we are doing. We are experiencing the world which is not there in the place of Brahman. ये तो बात हो रही है सारे वेदांत इसमें नटशल में आ गया नो किम पुनः परमार्थ सद्वस्तु यद आस्पदाः जात्यादि असद्बुद्धयः इति आह so what is the atma vastu on the basis of which all the jati etc are spoken about जन्म लिया है मॉडिफाई हो रहा है अलग अलग रूप में एक्सप्रेस हो रहा है उनके ये धर्म है उनके बीच में म्यूचुअल रिलेशन है उस रिलेशन का ये पर्पस है all that you are talking on what that Brahman or Paramatma, what is he like? This is a Vilakshana shloka where first in 3 words the negation is done. Then the last 1 word assertion is done of the Parabrahma. Negation of things which are not there in him. That which is not Brahman, but that is told and negated. Excellent shloka it is. So, chanted Jatyabhasam Chalabhasam Vastvabhasam Tathaiva cha Ajachalamavastutvam Vijnanam Shantamadvayam Jatyabhasam Chalabhasam Vastvabhasam Tathaiva cha Ajachalamavastutvam Vijnanam Shantamadvayam. From here, next 50-20 slokas are very meditative, very contemplative, very crucial, very sublime, very subtle. If you can really take this as a study and do the deep inquiry meditation, all the thick loads of misunderstandings which we are holding on, they will all get loosened. The moment misunderstandings go away, samsara goes away. Samsara is because of wrong understanding. First literal meaning, then bhashya. Chota chota hai. Jatya bhasha means that which appears as if bore. Chala abhasam. That which appears as moving. Abhasam is appearance. Third one is vastu abhasam. That which appears as in the form of a vastu condition and name and form. Lekin in reality, aja, achala, avastu. अजला अजा अचला अवस्तु होते हुए भी जाति चलन वस्तु रूप है ऐसा जो दिखता है वही ब्रह्म है. इट इज व्हाट नेगेशन एस्पेक्ट. इसमें जाति चलन वस्तु तो नहीं है. दैट्स व्हाट यू वांट टू से. नॉन पॉजिटिव वे ऑफ सेइंग. व्हाट इज द पॉजिटिव वे ऑफ असर्टिव सेइंग व्हाट इट इज. दिस इज वेयर वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट. He talks about ki Vijnanam Shantam Advayam. That Paramatma which is said as Aja, Achala and Avastu, it is Vijnanam. It's a pure consciousness. Vijnanam Shantam. In the Jnata Jnana Jnaya Triputi Shanta ho gaya. This pure Vijnanam where there is no Triputi of Jnata Jnanam Jnayam cannot be two. It is one without second, all pervading, therefore Advayam. So where we are now pulled to through this inquiry, that Parabrahma in whom the Jati Ityadi are there, are not there at all, he is of the nature of Vijnana. Vijnana means it's a pure consciousness nature, and that consciousness is never separate from me, apart from me, independent of me. It's always experienced as I. The Jnanam, pure consciousness. And that is all these disturbances gone away in it. There was Shantam. And there's no chance for such things to exist more than one. Therefore, Advayam. So, what is the question asked by Purva Pakshi? What is that Paramatma on the basis of which Jati, Chalanam, Ityadi are happening? फर्स्ट इज नेगेटिव अजा अचला एंड देन अवस्तु है वो उसका नेचर है विज्ञानम. दिस द मेन थिंग इज ऑफ वेदांत इज मेन थिंग ऑफ उपनिषद. यहाँ का तो ये मुख्य इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. छोड़ो मत इसको. विज्ञानम शांतम अद्वयम. दैट्स व्हाई विज्ञानम और प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म और सच्चिदानंदम ब्रह्म सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म. So what is the nature of reality? Pure consciousness, which is one without second, therefore infinitely pervading, absolutely shanta, it is undisturbed. Vijnanam shantam advayam. Now this has to be researched. What is the difference between our Laukika Jnana? The Laukika Jnana is only in the mind. When Indriyas bring some perception. Indriyas are never bringing the object. Indriyas are only giving perceptions. Perceptions are never entering into the mind. Perceptions are making mind appear like vrittis. And the vritti and the mind is nothing but Paramatma Chaitanya only. It's our non-abidance in the pure consciousness is the root cause of all beginning of problems. Pure consciousness, when not apprehended or not abided in it, that non-avoidance creates a spandana in that. That alone becomes as mana, and the mana alone, in its gross form, appears as senses. Senses only more grosser form appear to be the world. If that is not the case, how in Bhagavat also we studied वाचम नियच्चात्मन च तम नियच्च बुद्धिम नियच्च च बुद्धि साक्षिणी तम चापि पूर्णात्मन निर्विकल्पे नियच्च शांतिम परमां भजस्व. This is said in Vivek Chudamani and also in Bhagavad Purana. Then yached vang manasi prajna tadyached jnanamatman kathopanishata. How can you merge one thing in another unless they have a specific mergeable relation? Otherwise, they can't merge. Otherwise, if they can't merge, you should not talk that topic. वेदांत बार बार वो वेदांत में आता है. So where are the objects? In the senses. Where are the senses? In the mind. Where is the mind? In conscious self only. In the conscious self, from there is no mind, no senses, no world. If at all they are there, they have not become other than that. That notion of otherness gone. Then Lord alone in all forms and names, then bhakti comes there. Then jnana uttara bhakti कहते हैं उसको. Yeah, after the jnanam also, for the sake of vyavahara, you accept it. Upaya sovatara ityadi. So ajacharam. So पहले जात्याभासम वश्चलाभासम वस्त्वाभासम तथैव च अजाचलम अवस्तुत्वम विज्ञानम शांतम अद्वयम. Pure vijnana consciousness. I am conscious of. See, the body is walking. With the body, when I identify, I am the walker. I can be conscious of the individuality called as walker and body's movement also. Is it not? So too my senses are working. I identify with the senses. Then I become the worker with senses. Karmendriya ho ya jnanendriya ho. But I can become aware of the working of senses as well as the owner of the senses saying that I am seeing, I am using them. So to my mind is having sankalpa vikalpa. I identify with that mind and I say my sankalpa, my vikalpa. But we can be a witness, awareness to this I who is identified with the mind and mind which is doing sankalpa. So to the buddhi, its understanding. So to the ahankara, its kartrutva, bhoktrutva. So to all of them, we identify, therefore we became jiva. Not just de-identify by being a sakshi witness, consciousness. What happens, in that witness or consciousness, we find that none of them are there. Then appear, it's called abhasa. Never ever snake was there on the rope. It was abhasa. What आभासा नहीं है लेकिन दिखना. आधार क्या है उसका? कुछ चीज है जो होना. Like in the mirror, there's not my face, but दिख रहा है because there's आधारा. My face is a bimba reflecting the, it's reflected by the mirror. It's not pratibimba. So, what is the one word to be understood? Abhasa means Iva means like. Paramatma is appearing like Parama Prapancha, but there is no Prapancha at all. Wood is appearing like the door, but there is no door. Plastic is appearing like the chair, but there is no chair at all. So to Parabrahma appearing like Jagat, but there is no Jagat. Well, then what is there? Abhasa, Abhasa, Abhasa. When you see from this side, it is Abhasa. From that side, if you see, it is not at all there. See the shadow. Where from the shadow came? That will be told in our next seventh or eighth sloka. You can't say the shadow came from the person, existing because of person, and entering into the person. It never came. Otherwise, it should be there wherever he is there. And when the shadow is gone because sunlight gone, did it enter that person and he felt like that a shock? मेरे अंदर मेरा shadow आ गया. See, a very powerful example it is. And then where is the shadow's reality? It is present in its own absence. What is there? The person alone is real. There's nothing real there. That's called abhas. In the same way, the jati, vastu, chalanam, they're all abhasa only. It's not happening in the absolute truth. Become absolutely aware. In that awareness, there's no movement possible. That being always there, there's no jati possible in that. And it is never limited with deshakala, therefore there's no vastutva in it. So jatyavasam, chalabhasam, vastvavasam. Tathaiva aja chala vastu tvam vigna. This is how from the jati chala vastu standpoint we spoke about the Paramatma as asked by you. This is called Tadastha Lakshana. From the Jati Vastu standpoint, in him there is no Jati, Vastu and Chalanam. From his own standpoint, how do you talk about him? Vijnanam. Shantam Vijnanam, Advayam Vijnanam. That is pure consciousness which is not disturbed. Aspandita Chaitanya Tattva. Chaitanya का स्पंदन होते ही मन हो जाता है. Because it is ajachalam avastutvam, it is called vijnanam and it is shantam, and such shanta vijnanam, pure consciousness, cannot be two. Therefore, advayam. That is called, in other words, as Brahma ityadi. Here, in this context, in this way, he explained that fits to the context because the topic is that going on, and the questioner also asked in that language. Now, what is the whole topic? The whole world is born, jati. The world is moving, there is chalanam. And that is very named and formed in a particular form, named vastu. So in the creation, jatitva, chalanatva, vastutva are there. Therefore, creation is there. That's the topic. We say in Parabrahma, these three are not there. Na jati, na vastu, na chalanam. And which Parabrahma you are talking about? Jnana, Vijnanam. In the Vijnanam, entire creation, everything gone. Therefore, Shantam. Such thing cannot be true. Therefore, Advayam. Vijnanam Shantam Advayam is the name of Parabrahma, nature of Parabrahma, which is not having Jati, Chalanam, but appear to be having Jati and Chalana, Dravyatva or Vastutva. So, in me at this very moment, Ajati, Achalana and Avastu Rupa, Shuddha Chaitanya Brahma is there as me. Just discover and abide in it. Not able to do, then we only imagine the Deha, Jiva Bhava, Deha Bhava. And more strongly, I am an individual attitude. And that's the biggest obstacle which we can't realize very soon. भाष्य देखो कि अजाति सत जातिवत अवभासते. No birth but appears to have born. Therefore, iti jati avasam. What is jati avasam? Unborn but appears to be born. So to tat yatha, example, Devadatta jayate iti. Just like Devadatta is born, an example is given. Devadatta is not born there. There are three Devadattas. The Brahma Devadatta, the Jiva Devadatta, the Deha Devadatta. Who is born? Brahma is never born. We are eternally there. Jiva is never born because only illusion. Deha is never born because an assembly of Panchamahabhutas. But we say Devadatta ka janam hua. You accept it. Others also accept. So देवदत्तो जायते इति. एक्चुअली बर्थ के बाद उसको देवदत्त नाम देते हैं, बट पहले सोच के कि रखा होगा नाम, इसको देवदत्त कह देंगे, आ गया रे देवदत्त. But in Paramarthata, Devadatta is not born, my dear. This is an example, but appears to have been born. Second example, Chalabhasam means Chalam ivavasate iti, but na chalati. Appearing that it is moving, but it is not moving. What is that? Yata saha eva devadatta gacchati iti. Same Devadatta who was born is moving now, like getting up, waking up, as he was child, start standing up and walking. We say Chalati kahte. Which Devadatta you are talking as Chalati? The Jada Deha will not move by itself. The Paramatma need not move. It cannot move because all pervading there. Jiva is unreal. He cannot move. How can an unreal can move? But then Chalati Vavasate. If you scrutinize which is Chalati in that Devadatta, कुछ है ही नहीं जो चलन करने वाला. But we all accept that move हो रहा है देखो. We only attribute to that Deha in that Deva de Jiva and in him Paramatma. है एक ही परमात्मा है, जीव देह नहीं है, but we say it. And he is moving. Very crucial example there, huh? Very sublime, not easy. Then third one is what? Vastu abhasam. Vastu means dravyam, dharmi, tadvat. Avasate iti vastu abhasam. So a vastutva is given to the thing, Paramatma. It's called vastu abhasam, though it is not. What is the example here? Ki yatha saha eva devadatta. Here Gachati, who is moving, Gauraha, Dirgaha iti. He is fair complexioned, very tall. This is called a Vastutva. Which one is fair complexioned and tall? Sharira. We already said no, it is a combination of Panchamahabhuta. Panchamahabhuta cannot be fair or tall. That calculation cannot happen in them. Inside the Jiva, Jiva is illusion. How can it be fair or tall? Paramatma can never become fair or tall, is beyond all this calculation. But we say देवदत्त बहुत लंबा चौड़ा है और बहुत अच्छा दिखता है फेस में. वो है ही नहीं है वस्तु, लेकिन हम बात कर रहे हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड वेदांत. विच वेदांत देवता है टॉकिंग भाई? आत्मा देवदत्त मूव करेगा नहीं, जीव देवदत्त सत्य है ही नहीं है, देह देवदत्त इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है, जड़ा है, वो नश्वर है. So these are the very, very deep thoughts and logic. So at that deep level, when we pierce, then only the deepest existing wrong notions go away. Then the freedom comes. This is called freedom through knowledge. That jnanam which doesn't give freedom. Why? How can you call it as jnanam? It's an ajnanam only. So iti. So yatha. Therefore, conclusion is what? Saha eva devadattaha gauraha dirgaha iti. So, same Devadatta is in Gaura and Dirgha Varna. Gaura is white complexion, Dirgha means लंबा चौड़ा है. सब मिलाकर बता रहे ना. जायते देवदत्तः स्पंदते दीर्घः गौरः इति एवं अवभासते. Actually, who is there in Devadatta? परमार्थतः तो परमार्थ रूप से अजम अचलम अवस्तुत्वम अद्रव्यम च. In Paramartha Rupa, what is there in Devadatta is unmovable, unchangeable, and the Dravya का रूप में नहीं रहने वाला परमार्थ वस्तु ही है. Now, किम तद एवं प्रकारम? In the example of you told Devadatta, in Paramatma में कौन सी चीज है जो अज है, अचल है, अवस्तु है, फिर भी जन्म लिया है, चलन कर रहा है, वस्तु के रूप में हमसे स्वीकारा जाता है in the form of Devadatta, which is appearing in the form of Devadatta, which is unmovable, unchangeable. Because you denied Devadatta's movement, etc. Because you use the words of which Devadatta you are talking. The Deha Devadatta, Jiva Devadatta और ब्रह्म देवदत्ता. तो कौन है जो इस रूप में है? आंसर देते हैं. इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन थे. परमार्थ तो अजम अचलम अवस्तुत्व द्रव्यम च किम तत् एवं प्रकारम. That is what is that which is in this form? Vijnanam means vignapti. That's called pure consciousness we are talking about as absolute self or truth. In this jati vastu chalanam are not there. Vijnanam, Vignapti means Jatyadi Rahitatvat. In that pure consciousness, there is no Janma Ityadi. Therefore, Shantam. है ना, जन्म से ही सारे अशांतियां शुरू होते हैं. One no जन्म absolute शांतम. Then अतः एव such persons cannot be two. Therefore अतः एव अद्वयम चतत इति अर्थः. So therefore, what is Parabrahma? Parabrahma is that Advaya Shanta Vastu in which is only pure Jnapti Swarupa, in which there is no Jati Dravya Vastu Charanam, yet it appears to be. Jatitva, Chalanatva, Vastutva is appearing, but actually it is not in that, and it is called as Vijnana Swarupa, that is Parabrahma. जो केवल विज्ञान स्वरूप है, जो शांत है, जो एकमेवाद्वयम है, जिसमें जाति वस्तु चलन हो ही नहीं सकता, लेकिन इमेजिन किया जा रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड ब्रह्म. सो दिस इज द स्टेट ऑफ रियलाइजेशन. व्हाट इज द स्टेट ऑफ रियलाइजेशन? आई मीन दैट ब्रह्म वस्तु व्हिच इज प्योर ज्ञप्ति स्वरूप एंड इट इज शांत अनुभव एंड आल्सो सच वन आर नॉट टू एकमेवाद्वयम. And such in me only the jati chala vastu are imagined projected in a definite condition of ignorance. Now the wisdom has come, they will not be there. So ajnani of atma swarupa, in him he will see he alone is there as gnapti swarupa. No jagat neither is born nor maintained nor dissolving, nor the movement is there in that at the time of maintenance. And it is not a time and space bound object. An Atma Gnani visualizes himself in the world like this. This is what it is. Now, now the topic is very next level of subtlety. एवं न जायते चित्तम् एवं धर्मा अजास्मृताः एवमेव विजानन्तः न पतन्ति विपर्यये एवं न जायते चित्तम् एवं धर्मा अजास्मृताः एवं एव विजानन्त न पतन्ति विपर्यये. एवं in this way न जायते चित्तम्, even the chitta also is not born. Then evam dharmaha, the dharma means they are jivaha, ajaha smutaha, by their inherent natural ultimate state, they are unborn only. The plural is because plural dehas, plural jivas are appearing and accepted at the vyavahar and sadhana kala. So from उस दृष्टि से कह रहे, what क्या कह रहे हैं? धर्माः means जीवाः अजाः स्मृताः, they are also unborn. So chittam na jayate, jivaha na jayate, evam vijanantah. The one who this way understands it in this way only, na patanti pareye, will not fall in the trap of janma, chalanam, etc. Uchar samsara, vastutva. A very sublime subject it is, but it needs a lot of explanation. We'll take it up tomorrow more elaborately. It will be done. A beautiful topic. These 7-8 shlokas, especially when the Alaatha Shanti comes, you'll be enjoying it because आपके हाथ में मशाल देके घुमाएंगे. तुमको कुछ करने का तो आनंद आता है ऐसे वाली चीज. You will see it. Okay, today we'll stop. These two mantras will chant. 46, 47 और 48. Okay. एवं न जायते चित्तम् एवं धर्मा अजास्मृताः एवमेव विजानन्तः न पतन्ति विपर्यये एवं न जायते चित्तम् एवं धर्मा अजास्मृताः एवमेव विजानन्तः न पतन्ति विपर्यये एवं न जायते चित्तम् एवं धर्मा अजास्मृताः एवमेव विजानन्तो न पतन्ति विपर्यये रुजुवक्रादिकाभासम् अलातस्पन्दितं यथा. From here Alaatha Shanti starts. रुजुवक्रादिकाभासम् अलातस्पन्दितं यथा ग्रहणग्राहकाभासं विज्ञानस्पन्दितं तथा रुजुवक्रादिकाभासम् अलातस्पन्दितं यथा ग्रहणग्राहकाभावं भासं विज्ञानस्पन्दितं तथा रुजुवक्रादिकाभासम् अलातस्पन्दितं यथा ग्रहणग्राहकाभासं विज्ञानस्पन्दितं तथा. Then aspandamanam alatam anabhasamajam yatha aspandamanam vijnanam anabhasamajam tatha aspandamanam alatam anabhasamajam yatha aspandamanam vijnanam anabhasamajam tatha aspandamanam alatam anabhasamajam yatha aspandamanam vijnanam anabhasamajam tatha. Beautiful examples and analysis. Wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will see them. Om 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 Today, Mahat Charitra Smriti Shakti, the power of getting inspiration from the histories of the glorious achievements of the great people, including Avatara, including Mahayogi, Mahabhakta, all of them. When we do the Charitra Patana Shravana, the inspiration comes, which is a Shakti required to keep us on the path of performance and achievement. That was the thought today. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādaya Purnamevāvasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paravarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Mandukamarshye Namaha Gaudapadacharya Varya Namaha Shankaraத்gurave Namaha Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Just 10 minutes for our Bhashya Parayana.